Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Softball Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, Frito-Lay, and Sara Lee, is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Softball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live. By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialists, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
The sun is setting on the 2019 season as we welcome you back to the Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. 2 state championship games on this Thursday evening. We'll have 3 more on Friday. Collins Maxwell, your 1A winner. Who will win the 2A crown? Alta-Aurelia, the Warriors, 22-9 and getting set to take on the North Linn Lynx, 41-4. Alongside Molly Parrott, I am Brad Wells. Welcome back to Fort Dodge, Iowa. And Molly, we've seen some offensive firepower. This should be a really fun 2A title game.
Well, what a treat in that 1A game. Expect nothing less here in this 2A action. North Linn, top seed. See if they can hang on and get a championship tonight against a very good Alta-Aurelia team, 6th seed. Kind of a little bit of a surprise to see them making it to the championship game.
Let's begin with the Warriors from Alta-Aurelia. As you see, they were here in 2018, their 2nd straight trip, and they did have to replace a few kids. All but one starter graduated a season ago.
And those seniors, good look there at Abby Kramer and Jessica Flaherty. Those two really lead this team offensively and defensively. They fully expected to be here, even as we said, that 6th seed, maybe surprising to some others that they made it here. Those two very comfortable.
North Linn lost in the regional final a season ago, did not get to make it to the state tournament. This is their first ever trip as a school, and they're in the championship game.
And junior twins, Abby and Grace Flanagan, make this team go both offensively and defensively.
All right, Tim Fitzpatrick, our public address announcer, will get us started.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union recognizes pitchers that have achieved 100 career victories for their high school softball career. 2 pitchers reached the 100 victory plateau during the 2018 season. Here to present today's honorees with their 100-game plaques is IGHSAU Executive Director Gene Berger. Today's first honoree pitched 5 seasons at Atlantic High School. She helped the Trojans reach 2 state softball tournaments and was twice named first-team All-State. She's now a pitcher for Des Moines Area Community College from Atlantic with a record of 109 and 46. Welcome, Allie Anderson. Our second honoree also hails from Southwest Iowa. Pitching for IKM Manning, she earned All-State honors all 5 years of competition and was twice named first-team All-State. She helped IKM Manning to a 4th place finish at the 2015 state tournament as a freshman. Last year, she was named the 2018 Softball Player of the Year by the Omaha World Herald. She's now a sophomore pitcher at Buena Vista, where she was named the Freshman Athletics Newcomer of the Year after posting an 11-3 record for the Beavers. Ladies and gentlemen, with a career record of 110 and 28 from IKM Manning, Peyton Gross. Congratulations to our 2018 softball 100-game winners, Allie Anderson from Atlantic and Peyton Gross from IKM Manning.
All right, we get set for the team introductions and the starting lineups for our 2A field as North Linn, the #1 seed, will be the home team. Alta-Aurelia, the 6th seed, underdogs in all 3 games. They've got 2 wins so far, and they're looking for number 3.
Couple of good crowds tonight for this 2A game, getting started a little late due to 23-minute rain delay for that 1A game, but pretty quick action in that 1A contest. Umpires in their nice pink shirts. A couple of veteran coaches for North Linn and Alta-Aurelia.
Ground rules, you know, about the tarp.
Umpires, Deborah Richards leading the meeting. She'll be behind the plate. Chris Groff, Mike Crozier.
12 after 3, 10 after 5.
Mike retiring after tonight. He'll be the 3rd base umpire.
If you have a question on anything, come out and go to the umpire that you have a question for. Anything else, guys?
Just make sure the ball's good.
Yeah, we won't do anything until the ball is in the circle. Is everybody,
Yeah.
everybody properly equipped?
Yep.
Okay.
They just say something and
They want
have the
one.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
all they got to do. Yep.
Just say it.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Good luck, Dave.
Good luck.
Good luck, Coach.
Good luck.
Good luck, Coach.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and softball fans, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex and this 2A state championship game between the visitors, the Alta-Aurelia Warriors, and the home team, the North Linn Lynx. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the visiting team from Alta-Aurelia. Number 1, Jocelyn Launderville. Number 7, Brielle Engelman. Number 9, Rachel Wienhold. Number 15, Emma Peterson. Number 24, Jenna Nielsen. And number 38, Sarah Kargan. Your assistant coaches, Casey Christensen, Lisa Hecht, John Turnquist, and Katie Morris. Now here's your starting lineup. For the Warriors from Alta-Aurelia, leading off and playing at third base, number 22, Jessica Flaherty. Batting second in center field, number 11, Brittany Turnquist. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 23, Abby Kramer. Cleanup hitter for the Warriors, the designated player, number 33, Angela Lopez. Batting fifth in right field, number 12, Jessica Larson. Batting sixth at shortstop, number 3, Shay Peterson. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 4, Mallory Jacobson. Batting eighth in left field, number 13, Sierra Hill. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 18, Elena Westfall. And doing the catching for the Warriors, number 26, Allie Magnuson. Head coach for Alta-Aurelia, David Turnquist. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the home team from North Linn. Number 3, Maddie Stepanik. Number 7, Elise Ware. Number 12, Sydney Smock. And number 14, Evelyn Robinson. Assistant coaches, Amber Porter and Taylor Henderson. Here's your starting lineup. For the North Linn Lynx, leading off and playing center field, number 5, Hannah Bridgewater. Batting second in left field, number 22, Caitlin Sommerfeld. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 18, Abby Flanagan. Cleanup hitter for the Lynx and doing the catching, number 1, Grace Flanagan. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 19, Jill Smith. Batting sixth at third base, number 2, Natalie Gallery. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 15, Jenna Lemley. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 13, Ellie Flanagan. And batting ninth in right field, number 4, Olivia Rausch. And your first baseman number 17, Paige Doyle. Head coach for the Lynx, Marv Porter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to our home plate area. The umpiring crew for this contest as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Chris Groff. At third base, Mike Crozier. And calling the balls and strikes this evening, Deb Richards. Let's play state championship softball.
All right, the number 1 seed, North Linn. It will be out on the field first, as you see. Across the outfield, Sommerfeld a sophomore, Bridgewater's a junior, Rausch a sophomore. Across the infield, Gallery's a junior, Smith, the freshman shortstop, the 8th grader at second, the younger Flanagan, Paige Doyle, the senior at first, and juniors behind the plate and in the circle. Grace Flanagan, the catcher, twin sister Abby Flanagan is in the circle, and she is a gamer. .58 earned run average. 301 strikeouts on the season for Flanagan.
It all starts with those Flanagan twins, as we said. Abby, a very good game yesterday. Semi-final action. Completely expected to be in this championship game.
Here's what they'll face in the Alta-Aurelia batting order. Flaherty, Turnquist, Kramer, Lopez, your top 4. They have had that senior core of Flaherty, Kramer, Turnquist that they have leaned on this season. Offensively, though, Alta-Aurelia can get production from everyone. Larson, Peterson, Jacobson, Hill, Westfall. Everybody making some noise here at the state tournament for the Warriors. Opening pitch from Flanagan is up high for ball 1. Jessica Flaherty, the senior third baseman. Swings through. Strike 1. Alta-Aurelia winning 2-1. Flaherty got the game started, reached on an error, and scored in that first inning. It was a 2-1 victory, able to hold back. They'll check down to first, and she did hold back.
Flaherty really good on the base paths. Will play college softball at Dordt next year.
Foul out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've talked about how she's a really tough out as well. She's got a lot of speed. Here's a look at Abby Flanagan, the junior in the circle. A strikeout to start the Class 2A title game.
Yesterday in that semi-final action, Flanagan just so effective in the circle. In fact, Mount Ayr didn't get a hit until the top of the 7th inning. She was untouchable.
Brittany Turnquist at the plate, senior center fielder. Had a double yesterday in the semifinals. Works the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Alta-Aurelia lost their 2 games here at the state tournament in 2018. Here in 2019, a different story. Even in that underdog spot, they've been able to find a way to scratch out 2 victories against what looked like a very tough East Marshall team yesterday in the semis. Showing bunt. Turnquist lays it down beautifully. The throw from Grace Flanagan way late.
It surprises the defense a little bit. Didn't appear to be showing bunt, and then surprises the Lynx a bit. Sneaky.
So 1 out, runner aboard for Alta-Aurelia. Abby Kramer swings at the first pitch she sees. Fouls it straight back. Abby Kramer. She's really worked her tail off in the pitcher's circle, getting better. Here at the plate, pretty darn tough. It's .467. 35 hits, over 20 runs batted in. A couple doubles, a triple, 2 homers. She's got some power. This is popped up deep for the shortstop, and Smith actually let the outfield play on it, and it drops in for a hit.
And as we saw in that 1A game, put the ball in play and good things will happen. Looked like a can of corn, but just no one taking charge for the Lynx to come track it down.
So 2 runners aboard here. First and second now, and Abby Kramer, the pitcher, will have a courtesy in Jenna Nielsen, a freshman.
Jenna Nielsen running at first base for Kramer.
So Turnquist at second. Nielsen now at first. 1 out, 2 aboard for Angela Lopez.
Lopez, a freshman. A lot of youngsters on this Alta-Aurelia team.
Quick snap throw down to first from Grace Flanagan. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Lopez digs in, reached safely twice in the semifinals. Hits over 300. Second on the team in runs scored. Changeup misses up high by Abby Flanagan, the junior for North Linn. See her there, says she wants to play college softball. Plans to attend a few college camps over this next off season. Hoping she can have a state title to talk about.
I'm chatting with twin sister Grace behind the plate. Started pitching and catching in 3rd grade. Grace said she tried pitching briefly, did it for about 2 weeks, and then decided Sis could take over.
Yeah, I'll put the gear on. Selfless move there by Grace Flanagan. Chase is strike 3. Lopez down on strikes. That's 2 here in this first inning for Abby Flanagan. Jessica Larson looks at strike 1. Flanagan up, no balls, 2 strikes on Larson.
Good job hitting that outside corner. Don't want to give her anything close to hit. Way up in the count, 2 outs.
Fouled straight back. And leaked right over the plate. She came into this state championship game with 301 strikeouts. She adds 3 more in the top of the first. Alta-Aurelia, 2 hits, but no runs to come from it. Let's see what the Warriors will bring to the defensive side. In the outfield, Hill's a sophomore. Turnquist in center is a senior. Larson also a sophomore in the outfield, a senior. At third base in Flaherty, 8th grader. Peterson at short. Jacobson a sophomore. And Westfall a sophomore. Magnuson behind the plate is just a freshman, and Kramer is a senior. And that senior is Abby Kramer. Let's take a look at some numbers on her. 21-9 on the year, a 1.71 ERA. Stacked up some strikeouts as well. 323.
And like her third baseman, Abby will also play softball at Dordt next year.
As we look at the lineup for North Linn, Bridgewater, Sommerfeld. They like to get on base, and the Flanagan sisters drive them in, according to head coach Marv Porter. Take a look at some keys to the game for Alta-Aurelia, Molly.
Well, we talk about senior leadership. Abby Kramer, Jessica Flaherty, also Brittany Turnquist. Those 3 student athletes really lead the way. They're battle tested. They've talked about the strength of schedule. Coach really wanted to give them some stiff competition throughout the regular season.
They lost their last 2 games of the regular season. They played Westwood and West Monona. Coach said we wanted to see some better pitching to prepare us for the tournament, and that has turned into a run all the way to the state championship game. First 2 pitches are strikes from senior Abby Kramer. As Hannah Bridgewater just gets a piece of that second pitch.
Way ahead in that count. Good job of keeping that ball out of the strike zone. A lot of speed at the top of this North Linn lineup. Definitely want to make them earn it.
Fly ball left side of the infield. Flaherty, the third baseman, is over and secures out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Caitlin Sommerfeld to the plate. It's the play by Flaherty, the senior. You mentioned going to Dordt to play softball. Plans to study nursing at Dordt. Meanwhile, in the circle, Abby Kramer looking at an animal science program. Showed horses when she was younger. She's in 4-H and FFA.
FFA president.
Nice.
Yes, nice leadership. Interested in large animal science, potentially pre-vet.
It's a 1-1 count on Caitlin Sommerfeld. Sommerfeld, 55 hits, 55 runs. You see, trying to lay one down and get something rolling here for the North Linn Lynx. A 41-4 record for the Lynx. Fouled straight back. Sommerfeld leads the team in sacrifices, but just 6 on the season. It's a .423 average. Has that ability to get on base on her own. Fouls that one out of play.
Wants to use that speed, put the ball in play. Let her reels go to work.
2 games here at the state tournament. Sommerfeld 3 RBIs, 3 hits, 2 runs scored. She hit a triple in the first state tournament game in North Linn history. In the game against Wapello, goes down on strikes here in the title game, and there's 2 away.
Gets out on that front foot, little off balance. Good piece of pitching.
Abby Kramer in the circle, talking to her yesterday, says I have a drop ball. I'll use a curve ball against aggressive hitters. And then she likes to use her change and her rise ball as her strike 3 pitch. And you saw the changeup on that last one. Now an 0-2 here on Abby Flanagan. Let's see if she brings a change or the rise to try and get Flanagan. The rise ball sits down Flanagan. 2 strikeouts here in this first inning. And scoreless after 1 here in this 2A title game.
Okay, we're reacting to it. Be proactive on this. Here we go. Hits. 1, 2, 3. Hits!
Alta-Aurelia head coach David Turnquist, his 13th season, 291
take a nod.
career wins. Has coached a lot of these kids since 3rd grade. Let's take a look now at the North Linn Lynx. Keys to your game, that sister-to-sister connection that comes to mind.
Well, probably not all that surprising. We've already talked quite a bit about number 1 Grace and number 18 Abby. They do it all for this squad. They're fraternal twins, one 10 minutes older than the other, though a lot of folks think they're actually identical. And then the top of the order, they were unsuccessful in the first inning, but those first 2 in their lineup, very quick, speedy, and then it's the Flanagan twins typically hitting them around, but to no avail in the bottom of the first.
Well, we built up the offense at the start of the broadcast. It'll probably turn into a pitcher's duel, Molly. First pitch, swinging strike. Shea Peterson, 8th grader. Shortstop, came up with 2 huge RBIs. To advance Alta-Aurelia into this 2A championship game. Strike thrown by Flanagan. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You mentioned the great senior leadership by the 3 seniors for the Warriors, but otherwise a lot of youth on this squad. Had some openings due to some graduation, due to some other interest by folks, so they had some holes to fill. That senior leadership was really important, particularly in the early parts of the season, as we said. Coach Turnquist really wanted to challenge them with a tough schedule this year.
4 strikeouts now already for Abby Flanagan. For Alta-Aurelia, you see 9 losses, and you see them playing in the state championship game. Replaced 3 infielders and the catcher. Made some mistakes early, they admitted, but now they feel like they really have some things rolling. As you see, head coach David Turnquist. He's a farmer in the Alta-Aurelia area with his brothers John, who's an assistant, and Steve, who picks up the slack during softball season. Also has daughters Lisa Hecht and Katie Morris that help him coach when they can make it up from their home in the Des Moines area. Trying to lead this Alta-Aurelia team to a state title in their 2nd trip back. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Mallory Jacobson. Abby Flanagan is rolling here, 5 Ks. All 5 outs coming by strikeout.
Gets her to chase. Low out of the zone, a little off balance there. Maybe a little off speed.
This is Sierra Hill. Said she did go around. Hill hits .357 for Alta-Aurelia. Looks at strike 2. Abby Flanagan is rolling. 6 for 6 on strikeouts as Alta-Aurelia goes down in order in the 2nd inning.
On the ball. Good pitches. Good pitches, all right?
That first pitch is good. If you got her timed up, let her rip.
Okay, go get her. Come on.
That is a listen in to North Linn head coach Marv Porter in his 7th season. Head coaching experience, his 2nd here with North Linn. 37 years as a softball coach, but just 7 as a head coach. And he's trying to formulate a plan against Alta-Aurelia pitcher Abby Kramer. Let's take a look at the senior Warrior in slow motion.
Well, it's funny talking to Abby after the game yesterday. You know, so many of these pitchers have a pitching coach. Not Abby. She said, you know, my dad, a couple coaches, we learned a few things from this pitching coach or two, and for the most part, we pretty much just taught me how to do it. She said, so our joke is that my pitching coaches are 2 farmers and a mechanic, and it seems to be working pretty well for her.
Fantastic mechanics.
Yes.
Looking at that in slow motion.
Very confident kid. As we said, if you would look at a number 6 seed, 9 losses coming into the game, maybe they would be surprised to be in this situation, but they were at the state tournament a year ago, and very confident bunch. A lot of times that confidence starts in the circle with your pitcher.
Head coach David Turnquist, so complimentary of Abby and the work that she's put in. Says she has just worked her tail off at pitching. A hard hit ball, and that's through the legs of the 8th grader, Shea Peterson, and into second base. A leadoff hit for Grace Flanagan.
Hard hit ball. Just goes through the legs of the youngster.
So a hit and then goes to second on the air. Jill Smith at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Jill Smith, the freshman shortstop for North Linn, at the plate here. 51 hits, 46 runs batted in. She's second on the team in doubles. Hits it right back at Peterson. Getting the green light is Flanagan. The throw home is late. And North Linn strikes first here in the 2nd.
No hesitation whatsoever for Grace Flanagan as she's rounding third base, scoots home. Hard hit ball. Just can't quite handle it.
So time taken. This is Casey Christensen out to talk inside the circle. She's their defensive guru, played softball at William Penn for Alta-Aurelia. Quick conversation with Kramer. Here's Coach Marv.
Coach Marv Porter, been doing this a long time. He said, I just love it. I just love hanging out with these kids.
Says he's got one more year in him. Coach Porter says, I'll coach next year, and then that's it. That pitch gets away from Kramer, and advancing down to third is Smith. So Gallery at the plate. The junior third baseman made some fantastic defensive plays yesterday in the semis. There's a ground ball coming in. Is Smith. The throw to first is not in time. Gallery, an RBI single, puts North Linn up 2-0.
She gets out of the box quickly. That ball hit a little bit to the hole. Make the shortstop move to her right. Just doesn't have the arm strength to get it there in time.
Well, it's such a slow roller, too. Almost an impossible out at first for Peterson. This is Lemley. Over 380 at the plate.
Flaherty charging hard over from third base, expecting a bunch, pulls it back. Way up in the count here.
North Linn 2 runs in here in the second inning. Jenna Lemley at the plate.
And North Linn really coming back here in this second inning after all three in that first inning striking out. Great job of hanging right in there. Excuse me, fly out for that first batter of the game, but pretty quick 1-2-3 work.
Nobody out. 2 runs in, 1 runner aboard. Kramer trying to change up. Stayed up high. 2-2 on Lemley. Lemley just a freshman. Check swing, it's fouled back into the netting.
Runner was going. See what old Coach Marv has up his sleeve.
Throw down to second, goes into the outfield. Staying at second is Gallery. Stolen base.
She was going on that previous foul ball. They come right back and send her. Umpire's going to have a little chat here.
Your choice is a ball or advance the runner. You want us to keep this?
Yep.
And she'll get a ball anyway.
Yeah.
It's still a ball. Yeah, my mistake.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
I knew that's what we need to come ask.
So they called illegal pitch on that pitch, so the offensive team has the choice of using it as a ball, but the pitch was a ball regardless. So down on strikes. Third strikeout for Kramer. 1 away now. Runner in scoring position now. Stepping in here, Ellie Flanagan. Another Flanagan. Ellie, the 8th grade variety of Flanagan. Younger sister to Abby and Grace. That one gets away, and down to third goes Gallery.
The ball's going.
As Magnuson unable to hold on to that Kramer delivery.
Ellie did get the start over at second base. Won't be surprised if number 12, Sydney Smock, comes in at some point to relieve her. They've been switching midway through the game pretty consistently.
Another illegal pitch called.
She stepped out. Okay.
Kind of a no pitch.
Tell you, you have to look in. You got your head down. Okay. I have a no pitch because she stepped out of the box.
You heard the explanation from Deb Richards behind the plate, called an illegal pitch, but it's a no pitch as Flanagan stepped out of the batter's box. Fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Flanagan. For Nellie Flanagan, looking for her first hit of the state tournament. Started both games here at state. Held off that nice ball from Kramer. Nellie Flanagan, they said, the 8th grader here at the plate, is also the number 2 or 3 pitcher for this North Linn team. Strike 3 as Kramer has 4 strikeouts now in this game. Take another look at that last pitch.
Gets her to chase it outside the zone. Good piece of pitching.
Olivia Roush at the plate. Olivia Roush, a sophomore. 33 hits, has scored 24 runs, knocked in 20. Has an opportunity for one more with Gallery on third. 2 away, looking to bunt herself aboard.
Showing that bunt. Defense is moving on the left side of the field. Flaherty moving up. Peterson at shortstop, hustling over third to cover.
That one's fouled back into the net. The top of the order in the on-deck circle. Saw Hannah Bridgewater step into the frame for just a moment. Roush, the number 9 hitter in the order. Abby Kramer, the senior, pitching for Alta-Aurelia. Trying to get out of this second inning. Fouled back by Roush.
Deep breath out of Abby Kramer. Team needs a big out here.
2 balls, 2 strikes now on Roush. Kramer, the senior, gave up 3 straight hits to start this second inning. North Linn drove in 2 runs. Smith knocked one in, Gallery knocked one in. Gallery stands on third. Roush fouls one that direction. There's 2 outs now after back-to-back strikeouts by Abby Kramer. After those first 3 base hits, and Roush trying to bring in a 3rd run for the Lynx. Roush pops it up, center field over is Turnquist, the senior. Covers a lot of ground, makes the catch easily. But North Linn puts 2 runs up on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. And they take the 2-0 lead as we move to the third.
Anticipate, it's gotta be started, and then you'll be able to hit that thing. Here we go, find that thing and hit it, go. Hits, 1, 2, 3.
Hits. Hey, let's fire up, let's fire up.
9-1-2. Alta-Aurelia looking for some answers on Abby Flanagan, and we'll take a look at the North Linn Lynx junior pitcher in slow motion.
Now, according to teammates, she is the one who keeps this team focused. Competitive, intense youngster. Always got to have somebody who keeps your team focused. Don't want too much horsing around.
I asked Grace Flanagan, her twin sister catcher, you ever see her get rattled? She's like, man, I cannot remember Abby getting rattled. It's like, if I notice anything, I can go out and talk to her, make her laugh, settle her down. If anything, it might be getting too serious or tight. See Grace behind the plate there. Abby in the circle. Twin sister pitcher catcher combo. 9-1-2 for Alta-Aurelia. Lena Westfall, the batter. Sophomore first baseman. Westfall just 28 at-bats on the season. Coming into the state tournament, here's the slap right side. Tough play for Ellie Flanagan, and it lands in there for a base hit. A bloop infield single.
Just drops right in there. Tries to charge in. I think even if she had bobbled it initially, if she hadn't lost her footing, would have had plenty of time to get the runner out, but couldn't quite keep her balance.
Now top of the order comes up for the Warriors. Flaherty lays down the bunt. Out at first, advancing to second is Westfall. Yes. Jessica Flaherty able to lay it down. Nice defensive play by North Linn. Brittany Turnquist now at the plate. Turnquist family enjoying some softball this season. Third inning here. Abby Flanagan, 6 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. And there is number 7.
Brittany Turnquist, she just can't quite hold off. Can't quite lay off that one out of the zone.
Abby Kramer looks at strike 1. Kramer a single in her last at-bat. High pop fly behind the shortstop. Jill Smith was unable to get underneath it, and Bridgewater, the center fielder, found it just outside of her range. Fouled out of play, first base side.
This Alta-Aurelia team has gone back home after each of their wins. Coach Turnquist said community's been chipping in for a charter bus so they could travel in style this week. Very appreciative of the community efforts to do that. They could go home, sleep in their own beds. He could probably do a little work on the farm.
Yeah.
Help out Steve.
2 strikeouts in the third by Flanagan. Their strikeout total up to number 8. And we'll be right back here with your 2A state championship game from Fort Dodge.
Hello, I'm Bill Riley. For 49 years, Iowa Public Television has brought you in-depth coverage of the great Iowa State Fair. The entertainment, competitions, livestock, food, and fun. We bring the magic of the State Fair to you. It all starts August 12th for nightly coverage at 9 o'clock. It's a full hour of highlights for 6 nights in a row. See the fair like you won't see it anywhere else, only on statewide Iowa Public Television.
See more of your favorite IPTV programs on YouTube. Follow Market to Market on Facebook. Connect with all our social networks by visiting iptv.org/social.
A 2-run lead for North Linn. 2 runs their last time at the plate. They'll lead things off at the top of the order here in the third. Hannah Bridgewater digs in. Bridgewater, the junior center fielder, leads the team with 60 runs scored and 34 stolen bases. Hard hit ground ball fielded nicely over at first by Elena Westfall. And Bridgewater is 0 for 2.
Nice look at defensive player there. Westfall making a good play, number 18.
The bunt to Flaherty, and the throw over to Westfall just in time. A bang-bang play over there at first. Sommerfeld laid down the bunt. And the throw from Jessica Flaherty, the senior, just in time to get Sommerfeld.
And she doubled off a runner in the 7th inning yesterday in that semifinal game. Caught a bunt, doubled her off, and looked like East Marshall was in pretty good position to tie that game up, and she made a heck of a play over at third base.
Abby Flanagan drives a hard hit single straight up the middle. She's on first, courtesy runner.
Sorry. Courtesy for the pitcher, right? Courtesy, 14.
Evelyn Robinson, 8th grader, into run for Flanagan.
We talked about focus by Abby Flanagan. Base hit, gets courtesy runner, jogging back to the dugout, and she is just steely-eyed. I mean, no smile whatsoever, going about her business.
And down in the dirt, Robinson back to first. So Grace Flanagan now at the plate. The catcher for the North Linn Lynx. Two balls, no strikes now.
Big jump for Flanagan over at first base. A couple players in the Warriors dugout yelled, "She's going." She wasn't, just a nice big jump out of the 8th grader.
Evelyn Robinson, no stolen bases on the season. running at first. There's the 2-1 to Grace Flanagan. Inside, and it's 3-1. Flanagan looks at strike 2. As Kramer's trying to battle back here. 2 away in the 3rd inning. Robinson, the runner, over at first for Alta-Aurelia. Or excuse me, for North Linn. Alta-Aurelia. And it's ball 4. Almost wondered if they wanted to try and challenge Grace Flanagan there. With 2 outs, Jill Smith now comes up for the Lynx. And so we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher as well. Elise Ware, the 8th grader.
Some speedy 8th graders in North Linn.
So Smith digs in. 2 runners aboard now, 2 away here in the 3rd. Kramer gets ahead in the count. Smith trying to keep this 2-out rally rolling in the bottom of the 3rd. Big swing and a miss there by Smith. A single and a walk after the first 2 batters were retired. Abby Flanagan, a single. Grace Flanagan, the walk. It's Robinson and Ware, the runners, at 2nd and 1st. There's the 0-2 to Smith. Changeup by Kramer. Sits down Smith. And that's number 5 for Abby Kramer for Alta-Aurelia.
Just attack that pitcher. They're starting to swing with her. You see that? They're starting to swing. You're still reacting. Start that swing and then stop it on the ball. Hit that thing. Here we go. Hits. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, you
Strategy on the changeup. Here's another look at the changeup from Kramer. And now we'll have a conversation with North Linn head coach Marv Porter. I believe Coach Porter can hear me. Coach, a couple of runs there in the bottom of the 2nd. How did that affect your Lynx team here?
Well, we just want to hit the ball hard, put it in play, make them make mistakes. All right, and that's what we do. Hit the ball hard, run like heck.
What are you seeing from your junior pitcher Abby Flanagan here early on?
She's all right. She's tough. She'll be there at the end. All right. She's good enough. Grace takes care of her sister catcher. Okay.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for the time.
Okay.
All right, North Linn Lynx head coach Marv Porter has been coaching softball for 37 years. Just 7 as head coach, but kind of that relaxed atmosphere. Loves coaching the kids, lets them do their thing.
Well, according to players on his team, they often refer to his Marvisms. Hashtag Marvism. I wonder if those were run like heck. Might be one of his Marvisms. Great guy. You so appreciate someone who has done this for so many years. Coached 3 daughters, has a granddaughter, who's one of his assistant coaches.
Good job. Come on, Ed.
Another granddaughter, Amanda Zimmerman, played basketball. Bill Finley at Iowa State. So a lot of strong female athletes in that family.
Thinks very highly of that pitcher right there, Abby Flanagan, the junior. Over 300 strikeouts coming into this game on the season. as Angela Lopez chases strike 2. Lopez a strikeout in the first inning in her first at bat. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. Lopez looks at that one high and outside. Lopez hits over 300. She ranks 2nd on the team with 31 runs scored. Has a home run this season. 3-2 pitch is low and away. Angela Lopez draws a walk.
We talked about the tough schedule Coach Turnquist scheduled for his Alta-Aurelia team this year. In fact, they lost their last 2 regular season contests to Westwood and West Monona. Did a great job of picking themselves back up to win 5 straight, 3 in the regional play and then 2 here at the state tournament.
Get hot at the right time.
In fact,
get your pitching rolling.
They lost 4 of their last 6 of the regular season. I mean, how's that for grit hanging in there when the going gets tough late in the year?
Larson pops out to the catcher Flanagan. How about this play from Grace Flanagan? Watch her come from behind the plate to make this play. Batting her way. Watch this.
Just runs over the bat. Love it.
Grace Flanagan makes the catch, 1 away. Shea Peterson at the plate. This is strike 1.
Coach Turnquist told us a funny story about Shea here yesterday in the game. Her lucky gum fell out of her mouth. She said, "Oh no, that's my lucky gum." Coach Turnquist said, "Well, then put it back in your mouth." She did. And they're in the state championship game. Can't tell if she's chewing gum tonight.
I'm trying to tell. Looks like she would be chewing some gum here in the state championship game. One on, one away here. Abby Flanagan, the junior, working in this 4th inning against Alta-Aurelia. 2A title game. There's the 1-2. That's outside.
Really cooled off here in Fort Dodge. Not typical weather for late July state softball weather.
Changeup from Flanagan froze Peterson, and there's 2 away. 9 strikeouts now.
About 68 degrees here tonight. Fans had their ponchos on during the 1A game. Now I think they've probably transitioned to windbreakers and sweatshirts.
Jacobson fouls that one back and out of play. Well, if you're a softball fan, as many of these people here in Fort Dodge watching this game live are, they have in their car, Molly, they've got sunscreen, they've got windbreakers, they've got heavier jackets for evenings like this.
Bug spray.
They've got bug spray.
Never know what you might get.
A little bit of everything. Umbrellas, ponchos. We saw a few of those during the 1A game earlier.
Coffee thermos in case the game goes late and you got to drive
Ice cold
home.
beverages as well.
You need it all.
Mallory Jacobson at the plate. Here's the 0-2. Foul straight back. Abby Flanagan, the win in the semifinals, her 90th win.
Change
of her
up.
career.
Just hangs up there. Kind of want to put that one on a string and pull it back if you're the pitcher. No attempt by the batter. Abby Flanagan says she'd like to play softball in college. Grace thinking about softball, thinking about basketball. Not sure they both play basketball, but Abby pretty certain she wants to play softball at the next level.
Her dad played all sports in high school, was really big into softball. The changeup just outside. They were saying their mom was a good athlete as well. Played volleyball, basketball, ran track, but was afraid of the ball, did not play softball. So they get their softball tips from dad, but a lot of the athleticism still comes from mom. Here's the 3-2 outside, ball 4. And 2 runners aboard. 2 walks in this 4th inning. 2 outs. And Sierra Hill to the plate. It's Lopez on second. Jacobson is at first.
7 for 13.
And so Sierra Hill.
We'll just wait.
Okay.
7 for
We're gonna
13.
have a pinch hit opportunity for Brielle Engelman, an 8th grader. So 2 away here. Alta-Aurelia looking for their first runs or run of the game. Engelman comes in.
Engelman with some speed, 6 stolen bases on the season. Coach Turnquist maybe want to put a little pressure on this Lynx defense.
Engelman rolls it right out in front, but it was off her foot. Foul ball is called. North Linn does not, they did not hear the foul ball call as they started to head in. We'll return. One and one the count.
Hit her hand.
Is that a hit her hand? That's what the umpire just said.
Flanagan to Engelman, strike 2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Engelman, the 8th grader. An opportunity here in the 4th. Stays alive.
A little behind it, but does get a bat on it.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 runners aboard. Lopez is at second. She started this inning with a walk. Jacobson's at first, earned a 2-out walk. Strike 3 by Flanagan, and that is strikeout number 10 for the junior. And North Linn gets out of a jam in the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right after this.
On this week's episode of The Best of Living in Iowa, we follow the path of the Lincoln Highway and talk with those who still live along the route that once upon a time connected Iowa from coast to coast.
Enjoy The Best of Living in Iowa, Saturday evening at 6:30.
Hi, I'm Charity Nebby, and welcome to the Iowa Ingredient Kitchen.
2.
Creating a culinary show about Iowa, the food we produce here, and the fantastic flavors chefs whip up with that food can be a complex but fun process. They've taught me to never do anything until they tell me to do it.
Okay.
Take a peek behind the scenes with us during a special edition of Iowa Ingredient.
Join Charity Nebby Saturday morning at 11:30.
5, always great shows.
A 2-run second inning for North Linn is the difference so far. Bottom of the 4th. Natalie Gallery will lead things off at 6, 7, 8 in the order for the North Linn Lynx. Defensively, Abby Kramer, 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. She's in the circle. Grounder is foul down the third base line. Flaherty touched it on that last bounce that squirted foul. Gallery a single in the second inning. It was 3 straight singles in the second inning. Jill Smith, an RBI single. Gallery, an RBI single right after that. Swinging through strike 2.
North Linn with a couple pretty comfortable wins in this state tournament. 6-0 over Wapello in that first round. 8-1 semifinal action against Mount Ayr.
Drops strike 3, and Gallery goes down on strikes number 6 now for Kramer. Abby Kramer, tough pitcher. The senior, mentioned going to Dordt College to play softball and study animal science. There's Lemley. Lemley struck out in her only at bat. That was in the second inning. For North Linn, their team goal was to make it to state. Lost in the regional final to Iowa City Regina a season ago. It's the school's first state tournament appearance. And talking about this state tournament experience, you talk about the wins they've put together. They said it's a new experience. Well, they really like the fields here, and they love the atmosphere. Everything that Harlan Rogers Park delivers. North Linn enjoying this experience.
One thing I thought was interesting is they've been staying here in Fort Dodge since Monday. They actually took Tuesday off, which was the day between their first game and their second game, and they relaxed, hung out, came and watched some other games. A lot of these Lynx players have been playing together for a long time, something that's typically a theme throughout all classes here in Fort Dodge. So many of these young women have been teammates for a long time, a lot of years, spending summers on the ball diamond.
This North Linn team, too, a 2A offensive juggernaut, leads this 2A field, all 8 teams here at state, with their 381 team average, their 441 hits, 80 doubles, their 153 steals is also best, and Lemley draws the walk on the 3-2 pitch. Watches it just miss. See if the bottom of the order can get something going here in the 4th for North Linn. Ellie Flanagan at the plate. The 8th grader down on strikes in her first at bat. Shows bunt, called strike. One ball, one strike to count on Flanagan. Swinging through strike two. Coach Marv Porter down at third, saying don't chase anything up high. Illegal pitch is called. And it's called a ball.
You want the ball? Okay.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. That would be a swing and a miss. They could take that strike away. There's the 2-2 to Flanagan.
So this is the third Flanagan sister. There's a fourth in third grade. So could potentially be another Flanagan. Quite a few years down the line yet, but
be a lot of years. You see some North Linn softball teams with Flanagans, and Ellie draws a 1-out walk. That moves Lemley up to second. Olivia Roush will settle in. 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th inning. Top of the order on deck after Roush. Kramer now back-to-back walks after a strikeout here to start the 4th inning.
Flaherty charging hard from third again. That shown bunt.
Roush tries to lay it down and goes foul. That'll be strike 2. See if they let Roush try and slap it through, or if she'll try and lay one down here with 2 strikes.
Imagine they want to try to keep it out of the zone. Force her to chase something in this situation.
Right by Roush, strikeout number 2 here in the 4th. And that's 7 Ks in this game for Abby Kramer, the senior pitcher. Top of the order, Hannah Bridgewater. First pitch outside. Fouled straight back, good cut by Bridgewater. For Bridgewater, totaled 53 hits, 36 runs batted in. Before state, 3 more hits. Scored 3 runs here at state. Kramer misses, 2 balls and a strike as the count tilts in favor of Hannah Bridgewater.
We talked about keys of this game. We spoke about the strength at the top of the lineup for North Linn, but so far it's been more of that middle of the lineup. 4 and 5 in the lineup, scooting across the place to score those 2 runs.
Bridgewater looks at strike 2. Bridgewater 0 for 2. A pop out and a ground out. Kramer nothing too good on that 2-2 for Bridgewater. Abby Kramer, the senior, in the circle. Bridgewater, the junior. Strike 3, 3 strikeouts. Her K total moves to 8 for Abby Kramer and Alta-Aurelia. There's another look at that last put out. Bridgewater.
How are you?
Right by Bridgewater is Abby Kramer.
Coach Turnquist hustling over for us.
Coach Turnquist in his 13th season. And Coach can hear us. Coach, 3 more strikeouts for Abby Kramer. How impressed are you with what you're seeing from your senior in this circle here?
Oh, definitely. Got her good composure, and she's hitting everything. It just comes down to making the plays and staying ahead in the count.
For you guys to get the offense rolling here against Flanagan, what do you tell the kids? What's the message moving forward?
Gotta watch that changeup. When she throws it, the next one's probably gonna be fast, so expect fastball off the changeup. But a changeup is hittable. We just gotta make certain we keep the hands back and drive that thing. But we gotta be aggressive. Gotta stay aggressive in that early in the count.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Alta-Aurelia head coach David Turnquist, 291 career victories. And with a daughter on the team, he has coached these kids since 3rd grade.
I think that hat's seen a lot of games.
You've got a player with lucky gum. You've got a coach with a lucky hat, right?
Totally.
Elena Westfall leads things off here for the Warriors.
I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah, it's seasoned. It's the last game of the year.
Seasoned. Like a good frying pan, nice and seasoned.
Probably seen a number of seasons. Westfall fooled on strike 2.
Coach Turnquist talked about that changeup a little bit there.
Strikeout.
Flanagan using it effectively, keeping these batters off balance.
11. One away. Top of the order now coming up for Alta-Aurelia. Jessica Flaherty, third baseman. As Flanagan starts her with a changeup. A strikeout and a sacrifice bunt for Flaherty. Well, for Alta-Aurelia, they talked about their senior core. Jessica Flaherty, Abby Kramer, Brittany Turnquist. There's a strike on Flaherty, and talk about the offense. They really get production from everywhere, but I'd like to see a little more out of the top of the order here. These last few innings, a slap towards right. And playing shallow, making the catch, Olivia Rausch in right field. The sophomore making a nice play defensively for the Lynx.
Get another good look at that here out in right field. Just to go down to a knee. Nice little basket catch.
Now Brittany Turnquist pops this one up on the infield gallery. The third baseman underneath it makes the catch. A 1-2-3 fifth inning for the North Linn defense. And we'll be right back with more championship softball on Iowa Public Television.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't explain how such an important moment in our history has been overlooked. And this is what the suffragists did in those decades before they actually achieved victory. They changed hearts and minds. They had to change not only the idea of who is a citizen who can vote, but what is a woman's role in society.
Carrie Chapman Catt, I think, more than any woman suffragist, actually brought that suffrage amendment home.
Coming this spring to Iowa Public Television.
Three hits for both teams. It's a 2-0 lead for North Linn in the Class 2A state championship game in Fort Dodge, Iowa. In the circle, Abby Kramer, the senior. 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. Needs to keep things rolling and keep this North Linn offense at bay. See if her offense can find a spark. There's a pop-up by Caitlin Sommerfeld. Tough play. Catch made by Hill out in left. Sierra Hill, the sophomore, with the first put out here in the 5th. Sommerfeld 0 for 3 now. Abby Flanagan comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2. Hard hit ball up the middle in her last at bat in the 3rd inning. Kramer slipping there on her delivery. Deep breath, settles back in.
Abby mentioned yesterday she likes to pitch when it's warm, when it's nice and hot. Maybe not the conditions that she would have hoped for. Of course, it's not cold when you're out there playing. Of course, your body temperature is rising and things of that nature. But she said she actually really loves to play when it's really hot. Maybe not typical for some softball players or some pitchers.
Abby Flanagan earns the walk. Enter Evelyn Robinson once again, the courtesy runner. So Robinson at first, Grace Flanagan to the plate. A single and a walk in her 2 plate appearances. Scored a run in the 2nd inning. North Linn trying to add to their 2-run lead. As Robinson was running, that one's fouled by Flanagan off her leg. No balls, 2 strikes now the count. Called strike 3. Down looking goes Grace Flanagan. And there's 2 away here. Jill Smith now to the plate. Smith a single, an RBI single in the 2nd inning. And a strikeout in the 3rd. Robinson trying to swipe second, and she's in there safely. A stolen base by Evelyn Robinson.
First time in a while we've had a runner in scoring position, it seems. Only 3 hits for each team.
Parking them, so be ready to go at any time, all right?
Wild pitch.
Trying to add an insurance run here. This is Smith at the plate in a single. An RBI in the 2nd inning. Changeup just missing off the plate. North Linn, 2 runs in the second inning. Started that inning with 3 base hits. Since then, they've had just 1 base hit. They've had other base runners aboard. A walk to Abby Flanagan here in the 5th. There were 2 walks back in the 4th. And another walk in the 3rd inning. But have not been able to take advantage as Abby Kramer's closed the door. That one hits her leg. Nice stop behind the plate by the freshman Magnuson.
Good job of hanging tough back there to
Just punch it
potentially
over the top.
save another run.
Kramer gets another strikeout. That's 2 here in the 5th, and that's now 10 in the game. 5 complete. And it is a 2-0 lead. Let's take a look now at our game highlights here as we're in this 2A title game. Base hits in the 2nd inning. It's Grace Flanagan scoring the first run of the game. Jill Smith would score on that play. The RBI by Gallery, who was safe at first. Those are your scoring plays here in this 2A title game through 5 innings.
A couple of good pitchers making pretty quick work of things. Just the 3 hits for each team. 1 error for Alta-Aurelia, but for the most part, it's been a pretty quick moving contest.
Six runners left on base by the North Linn offense, but defensively, they have been able to lean on Abby Flanagan in the circle, number 18 in maroon. 11 strikeouts as we enter the 6th inning, facing Abby Kramer, a single and a strikeout. Fouled straight back, a good cut by Kramer. Kramer played fall softball with the Tri-State Titans, working on her game in the offseason. Hitting over 460 on the season, but looks at strike 3. Thought it was off the plate. Goes down for the 2nd time on a strikeout by Abby Flanagan, number 12 for her. Angela Lopez, second batter for Alta-Aurelia here in the 6th. Walked in the 4th inning, was stranded at second base. That one got away from Flanagan.
Flanagan just keeps these Warrior hitters off balance, changing up speeds, moving the ball around the plate a little bit.
Got Lopez to chase. 1-1 the count. Angela Lopez, a freshman, hits over 300. 17 hits on the year. Scored 31 runs. That's 2nd best on the team. Looks at strike 2. Alta-Aurelia down 2 runs. Needs to get something rolling here. Lopez batting in that cleanup spot. 1 away here in the 6th. Looks at 1 upstairs. 2-2 the count. Such a tough pitch. Flanagan on the changeup adds another strikeout. How tough is this as a hitter to stay there?
Well, Coach Turnquist talked about keeping your hands back. You can still hit it. She's just too off balance at that point. It's kind of like in slow motion. You know what's coming. You see it, but you just can't quite keep your hands back to attack it.
That has been such a good pitch for her. Fouled back on the check swing by Jessica Larson. Larson, a sophomore. A couple of hits in the quarterfinals. Scored a run. At the plate with 2 away. Sits on that one. Fielded by Gallery. The throw is in time. Nice play by the junior Natalie Gallery at third. And 2 more strikeouts for Flanagan. She's got 13 in the game.
Through the end.
Jenna Lemley and Ellie Flanagan for the North Linn Lynx.
You see North Linn now heading into the dugout for the bottom of the 6th. 6, 7, 8 due up. They've gotten some things going, though, from the bottom of their order here today. Gallery will lead things off. She had an RBI single in the 2nd. Lemley and Ellie Flanagan both reached, courtesy the walk, back in the 4th inning. Well, here at the Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, we're in our 2nd state title game. We've got 3 more tomorrow, but looks a little different than what you've maybe seen the last number of years here at the state softball tournament. New netting replacing the chain link fence between the field and the grandstands. Looks like there's nothing there, Molly.
Nice investments into the complex here at Harlan Rogers Park. Such a great atmosphere for state softball tournament action every year. We had a barn burner in Class 1A earlier tonight. 3 more games tomorrow, brought to you by IPTV. Be sure to tune in.
Collins Maxwell winning the 1A title over Clarksville. 4-3 was the final. There's a hard hit ball. Center field. Back goes Turnquist. And the ball is loose. Turnquist slow to get up. Peterson at 2nd. And they're going to award her 3rd base on interference. Pardon me, Gallery goes to 3rd. Here's Turnquist going back, just missed it, and then crashes into the fence.
And I think her head maybe hit that pole out there. Ran into the fence, good effort by the senior. Turnquist will play softball at Morningside next year.
Also planning to study elementary education.
She's going to shake it off.
Multi-sport athlete, plays volleyball, track and field, on the dance team as well.
Now batting designated player number 15, Jenna Lemley.
So Jenna Lemley comes to the plate with Gallery on 3rd.
Good scoring opportunity for the Lynx. See if they can add to their lead.
Fly ball right back to Turnquist. Makes the catch, the tag. Here comes the throw to the plate. And it hit the hole in the pitcher's circle, where the pitchers have been stepping. Slowed the ball down. Lemley drives in Gallery. And an insurance run here for North Linn comes in the 6th inning.
Abby Flanagan has it stuck on automatic for North Linn, but insurance run certainly doesn't hurt.
Ellie Flanagan now at the plate. Oh, excuse me, this is Sydney Smock, the freshman, number 12. And for Ellie Flanagan, number 13. So Smock comes in to hit here in the 6th. Fouls that to stay alive.
Smock and Flanagan, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, typically switching out at second base about midway through games.
11 hits, 10 runs batted in on the season for Smock. And swinging strike 3 for out number 2. And Olivia Rausch to the plate here in the 6th. An insurance run for North Linn here in the 6th. Natalie Gallery crushed one to the center field fence. Ending up at third and scoring on the sac fly by Jenna Lemley. Here's the 0-2. Kramer misses outside.
One ball, 2 strikes.
He's the senior with 11 strikeouts. Looking for number 12. Pops that one up. It's into the netting. And back to the catcher, Allie Magnuson. Credit Kramer, the senior, battling so hard in the circle. Here's the 1-2 to Rausch, up above the lid.
She has pitched a nice game, just hasn't gotten a lot of help from her offense. Of course, Abby Flanagan, big part of that. Opposing pitcher for North Linn has been very good, a lot of strikeouts.
Slap left side, fielded by Flaherty over to Westfall. North Linn gets an insurance run in the 6th inning. 3-0 as we go to the 7th. It's Alta-Aurelia needing 3 runs to keep this going. Well, for years, IPTV has showcased and inspired the Iowa girl, bringing unparalleled professional coverage of the Girls State Championships, the homes across Iowa and the nation. This year, IPTV is celebrating 50 years of being Iowa's only statewide network, and we can't wait to share the next 50 with you.
Let's see what the Warriors can do here. Top of the 7th.
6, 7, 8 due up in the order here as we go to the top of the 7th. Abby Flanagan in the circle, the junior pitcher for the Lynx, trying to close it out here in the 7th. Shea Peterson swings at strike 1. 2 strikeouts for Peterson here today. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. Comes to the plate here in the 7th. Alta-Aurelia has been underdogs in all 3 games. Able to come up with victories in 2 of them so far. Called strike 3. Peterson down on strikes for the 3rd time.
North Linn just 2 outs away here. Abby Flanagan just continues to do much of the work on her own.
14 strikeouts now for Flanagan. Jacobson swings underneath strike 1.
North Linn has a good defensive squad, but frankly, they haven't had to work too hard tonight.
He's fouled straight back by Jacobson. 14 strikeouts, just 3 hits for Alta-Aurelia. 2 walks in the 4th inning by Flanagan. Strikeout number 15 for Abby Flanagan. North Linn now 1 out away from a state title in their state tournament debut.
They most recently won state track in 2014, a couple of other state track championships in the early 2000s, state cross country in the late 1900s. The boys won state basketball this year, so this would be...
Riding the momentum.
Yeah, you bet.
Sierra Hill at the plate. Trying to keep hopes alive for Warriors fans. Down to their final strike.
And they just cannot keep up with that speed of Abby Flanagan.
Popped up. Flanagan is going to let the infield help her, and it drops. And getting all the way to second base is Hill. As miscommunication, you see Flanagan left it for Gallery and Smith, and Gallery could not get underneath it.
7 for 13, 13.
And that will go down as a double for Sierra Hill.
Yeah, quick. No, just
And in to run, Elise Ware. Hill, the left fielder,
let's go, guys.
will come out.
North
And this is
Linn.
Engelman checking back in.
North Linn fans on their feet have been pretty quiet, despite being so close to this state championship, chanting, "Let's go Lynx, let's go Lynx."
Elena Westfall swings at strike 1. Westfall a single in the 3rd. Flanagan blows strike 2 past Westfall. Here's the 0-2. 16 strikeouts for Abby Flanagan, and North Linn wins the 2A title.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a nice round of applause for both of these teams on a fantastic state championship game.
Nice job, Coach.
Good
You
job.
bet.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good job. Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please direct your attention to the infield for our awards ceremony. Presenting the Class 2A All-Tournament Team Medals is Farm Bureau Board of Director member Mark Buskell. From Alta-Aurelia, Shay Peterson. From North Linn, Hannah Bridgewater. From Ogden, Denali Lecker. From East Marshall, Cody Husky. From Mount Air, Alexa Anderson. From East Marshall, Reagan McElrath. From Mount Air, Sam Stewart. From North Linn, Caitlin Sommerfelt. From Alta-Aurelia, Jessica Larson. From Alta-Aurelia, Abby Kramer. And your Class 2A All-Tournament Team Captain. From North Linn, Abby Flanagan.
Abby Flanagan, 16 strikeouts in the championship game, captain of this Class 2A All-Tournament team.
1A and 2A, the winning pitcher, the captain of the squad. Not all that surprising. Great effort by both of these teams. Fantastic night of softball.
Alta-Aurelia has the 6th seed, a phenomenal run this week here in Fort Dodge, but for number 1 North Linn and head coach Marv Porter, 37 years as softball coach, his 7th season as head coach, helps the North Linn Lynx win a state title. It's win number 42 on the season, and it's the school's state tournament debut.
In addition to receiving medallions, every participating player will receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors, Deanne Kramer and Roger Francis. Congratulations to the runners-up in Class 2A, head coach David Turnquist and the Alta-Aurelia Warriors on an outstanding 2019 softball season. And receiving their championship plaque and their ticket punched as state champions, your 2019 Class 2A state softball champions, head coach Mark Porter and the Lynx of North Linn.
Well, Molly, for North Linn, their team goal at the start of the year, make it to state. They end the season as 2019 state champions.
Rolled through the state tournament, winning games fairly easily. Dominant pitching performances by Abby Flanagan. And fun to see someone like Marv Porter, who has dedicated so much of his time to this game and young student athletes. Fun to see someone like him win a state championship with a very talented crew.
Well, North Linn joins Collins Maxwell as state champions in 2019. 3 more will be crowned tomorrow. 3A will get started with Liza Muscatine and Davenport Assumption. North Scott Carlisle in the running for 4A, and West Des Moines Valley and Waukee will battle it out in 5A. Thanks for joining us tonight for Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Championship softball coverage here on Iowa Public Television.
Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Softball Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, Frito-Lay, and Sara Lee, is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Softball Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live. By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialists, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.